All right, what's going on, Grilla family? Dominic here at Swine Life HQ, and here with Mark Graham, Mark Williams, Emily Williams. We've had a fantastic weekend so far, just doing nothing but cooking and eating and feeling like we're gonna die because we're so full. So we're actually just taking a couple minutes here, just relaxing and doing a little recap of this weekend, talking about, you know, what we did, why we did it, how we had a good time. So we're going to dive on into this. And honestly, first thing I wanted to say is just thank you guys. Seriously.
Sure. We greatly enjoyed it. Man, we appreciate the support, and it's been a great time.
Yeah,
it's been fantastic. The hospitality's been off the charts, and it's been
Welcome
fun.
to the South.
Yeah, I know. We're moving down. We're moving back down south.
Right, yeah. Even the signs have a little bit of hospitality. We were driving past the sign, it said no littering. And instead of like up north where it says no littering, you'll get a ticket. Down here it says don't litter, y'all be mean, or something like that.
Right.
It's
Shame
like,
on
yeah,
y'all.
shame on y'all.
Shame
Sorry.
on y'all.
Oh man, I'm already ruining
get it
But,
right.
but I mean, that's just the perfect way to demonstrate, you know, everything that's been going great so far this weekend. Cooked 4 full-on recipes, had 4 quick tip Tuesdays. We've got this video, a whole bunch of pictures. We've got a whole bunch of stuff to send you guys. But right now we're just relaxing. So I mean, real quick, Mark, Emily, tell us a little bit about why you wanted to live in this house. Tell us a little bit about this house, because I know it's got some special history for you guys.
No, so this house was built on my granddaddy's watermelon patch. I always told my great granddaddy when I was a kid, I'm gonna build a house there. I'm gonna build a house there, and it was kind of a joke, like, you know, granddaddy looks at a little 4-year-old kid, you're gonna build a house here, yeah right, you're gonna want to get away, and that was my goal, you know, hey, we're gonna build a house here, and we did. So it's got a little close place in my heart. So
Yeah.
And he's got a fantastic, ginormous tree out front, which I know you were key on keeping when you did the demo, and it's just one of those huge, beautiful trees that. Man,
I'd like to know how old it was. It's
right.
probably 7 foot across on the bottom, big oak tree. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Fantastic. So looking forward to the rest of this year. I know we said a lot of this would be recap, talking about what we did already, but competition season is right around the corner.
It's fixing to pick up.
Exactly. So tell us a little bit about, you know, not exactly where you're going to compete, but just what's on the docket. Do you guys, are you going to hit it hard this year, hit it fast, or what are you going to do?
We're gonna cook the contest we enjoy cooking, and you know, we're not ever gonna be the team to chase points. I mean, that's not us. We do it for the people, the social networking. We got 2 classes coming up with Malcolm Reed, How to Barbecue Right, and Tennessee Mojo, Jade Irvin. So next 2 weeks will be pretty packed with that. A lot of good information to come out of those classes. It's gonna be great.
More catered to like backyard.
Yeah, backyard cooking. You know, really supporting the guys out there that are cooking every weekend for their families and friends, and you know, having a good time. So
That's cool. I like
that's what we're really trying to gear toward. I mean, I love the competition aspect, but there's so much more out there to involve cooking in, minus the competitions. So we enjoy cooking, but that's really where we're wanting to go.
And that's something Mark has been talking about all the time, you know, trying to get us into a little bit more of the people who are going to go to work, come home, and make something. Not just, you know, people who are going out on a weekend and specifically spending 12, 16 hours cooking a pork butt, or however long they're going to be cooking whatever it is. It's something that can connect with people on a little bit more authentic basis, you know, something that people can look at and say, oh, okay, I can actually go home and put 5 things together and make a good meal.
And I think our recipes this weekend actually capture that really well.
Oh yeah, I don't think one of them was over an hour and a half. That was the longest one I think we had, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, and that was really just kind of downtime. That really wasn't, you know, hustle time or anything like that.
Right. Yeah, let's touch on the recipes we actually went over a little bit, because by the time this airs, all those recipe videos will be out. So let's talk a little bit about, you know, that first one, that Parmesan wing recipe. We came in here at 8 o'clock in the morning and started making Parmesan wings.
That was a good start of the day.
Exactly, yeah. That's not your normal start. Tell us a little bit about where that recipe came from.
Years ago, one of our first contests, a team beside us set up and cooked on one of those Radizio style grills, but it was the one that actually was made here local in Memphis. It's in a suitcase. So it's a stainless steel suitcase. It flips out. It's got where you put your skewers in. You take a half pound of charcoal and it all collapses, and it's a fold and carrying suitcase. They done Parmesan wings on it, and still to this day, it's the best wing I've ever had. And I just remember that then. I was like, maybe we can come up with that. So we kind of toyed with Parmesan on wings for several times. And it works. It gives a really good crispy crust and adds a lot of a salty, savory flavor that goes with wings. And then you can add whatever rub, whatever heat, whatever sauce you want to at the end and have an excellent wing. And it's still got that good crispy crust that a lot of times you can't get on the grill with the wing. So it's one of our go-tos. That's one of my favorite wing recipes.
Yeah, it did a lot. I mean, I think we used chicken rub or what the cluck rub and some AP, but that Parmesan really gave it the extra thickness and depth to the bite. For sure.
Yeah.
And that's what we started with. And I was like, I don't know if it's going to get any better than this. And it actually did. Because they were seriously, I mean, you cook all the time, you eat a lot more wings than we do, but I think you were even kind of surprised in how it all came together.
Yeah, it did.
We were all like, these are pretty dang good, man.
That's the first time I've used What the Cluck, and it worked really well with that Parmesan. Like, I was blown away. So it was a good wing.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that I kind of feel like I'm getting spoiled over here, because every time we would eat a meal, eat this, as much as we could of what you guys are cooking, and then we'd go out for lunch. And it's like we're eating at some of the most renowned barbecue places or some of the biggest restaurants, and next thing you know, we're like, man, I wish we would have just stayed home and ate what they made.
Well, thank you.
Everything was a complete letdown, and there were some pretty nice places we went to, and I hate to say that about those places, but I mean, I really did feel that way. It's kind of strange.
It's hard when you cook every weekend, or you take a lot of pride in cooking at home. I want to be better than the restaurant, and
well, that's what we want for our customers, right? We want this is what we want our customers. And going out is nice. It's fun to do with your spouse or your friends and family, so you don't have to do dishes and all the work. But if you can stay home and spend time with your family and eat some healthy food cooked your way, that's what we're trying to help our customers achieve. And you'll see in these videos that have came out, that's what we're trying to help people do, and with simple recipes.
Yeah.
Right. You take one more step away from fast food on a Wednesday night. That one extra meal that you're able to cook at home is going to make the world of difference, not just for your health, but for your family as well. Being able to sit down with the family, not just have everybody split off and go room to room to room and eat your burger or whatever it is. Be able to sit down as a family at the table and just enjoy and talk for a bit.
I wouldn't call that burger today a healthy burger.
Yeah.
I mean, it's healthy for the soul, but that's about it.
Meat, cheese, and mushrooms, man.
Yeah,
There's nothing bad about
vegetables,
that.
protein.
Exactly. 3/4 of a pound of meat per burger.
That's true.
Sure.
Stick of butter.
That's stick of butter, yeah, that does.
Oh man, so that's actually just two of the recipes. The second recipe we cooked on that first day was Parmesan crusted salmon, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, that was Emily's recipe.
Yes.
So tell us a
Yeah.
little bit more about that. Where'd that come from?
So really, that's a recipe that I cook for us during the week. Really, just trying to incorporate more fish into our diet because fish is good for you, and salmon has all those good omega-3s and it's good for your heart. So that was actually something that we kind of came up with to incorporate into our weekly, meal plan. And we loved it. I mean, it's so quick and easy. And the time it takes to do it, it's just done and you're ready to eat and you're not, slaving over the stove or anything like that. And it tastes so good.
And again, we did it in less than an hour, and that's with filming, stopping, cutting, editing, all that 9 yards. Once you have those ingredients, it probably would have seriously took less than 5 minutes to kind of dish it out.
Oh yeah.
Maybe 10. We'll give it mixing some of the flavors. But then it went on the grill. I think was it 400 for like 25 minutes.
Yep,
25 minutes. Yeah.
So you got maybe 30 minutes legitimate into making that fish.
Right.
Which your sides are going to take longer than that anyway.
Yeah. Right.
So,
yeah. So super easy, super simple recipe that we love to eat every week. Something that's good to pass along to.
I guarantee that one's going in my weekly meal plan. And my wife loves the fish, but we never really knew how to do it other than throw in a tinfoil, a little garlic, a little lemon, and stick it in the oven. And then that's all we knew what to do with. But man, just a few other ingredients takes it right over the top.
It's funny how just one little tweak can really make something completely different.
And it really took the fishiness out.
Yeah,
For
it
those who
did.
are a little scared of the fishiness,
Right.
that's what I thought was really good about
Yeah,
it.
and that's kind of something like we discussed earlier. I was never a really big fish person, and especially salmon has a pretty strong fish flavor. And in fact, because when I first started eating fish, Mark's daddy would fry crappie, and fry. Like, I never ate fish, and I ate fried crappie, and I was like, why have I never eaten fish before? This is such a good, like, this is so good. I've wasted all these years, and then I was like, well, if I can eat crappie, I can eat salmon. And Mark's like,
It's because it was fried. It was good.
Uh-huh.
Right.
You can fry about anything that tastes good. Right?
Exactly. But this is a good recipe to use when you are kind of afraid of that fishy taste.
Yeah. And then final recipe. It's hard to choose a favorite, but my favorite of all of them was that last one he made. It was little baby T-bones. I had never seen a lamb loin chop. Is that what it was?
Lamb loin chop. Yeah.
Just incredible. The softness of that meat, the flavor that we had, and the fact that it was done in 6 minutes. Like, from putting it on the grill to being ready to eat, 6 minutes minus rest time.
And it probably, you could do it in 5 and under, I believe. Like, you could speed that recipe up. And, I mean, it was quick. But you got to be at the grill. That's the only downfall of that recipe is you cannot leave that grill. You
Cooking anything in 6 minutes, your window of error is like this.
Right.
If something takes 12 hours, 10 minutes isn't going to do anything.
Yeah.
This takes 6 minutes.
If you go 10 minutes over on those,
Yeah, you're done.
you nipped them.
Right.
You're playing hockey with that piece of T-bone.
Yeah.
And that's actually one of my favorite parts about this weekend is we didn't just focus on one type of cooking, one type of meat, one type of food. It was kind of a little bit of everything. Yeah, exactly.
Like
one
3
type
grills.
of grill. Yep. It was just fantastic. Everything about it. One thing I'm feeling a little bit guilty right now. We forgot to introduce our 5th member of the team right here, little Stella.
Big brother's not in here.
Big Brother
Big Brother
is
would-
up because he would knock over the cameras.
He's probably
and-
not camera friendly.
No, he would love
He's
it.
right about this tall here, so it'd cut us all off.
Right, he would love it, but he would be in the way.
Yeah. Gus, if you know dogs out there, that's the name of their dog, and he is a Pyrenees. What's the
It's
specific-
Anatolian Pyrenees.
Anatolian Pyrenees. So he's just a gigantic, big old white dog, big old goofy face. And,
Yeah.
He's a puppy.
Yeah,
He
he's
is
still
a
a puppy.
puppy,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think every time he steps, his other foot goes above the other one,
Yeah.
and he just.
Yeah, he's so clumsy.
He's pretty clumsy.
He is. Yeah, we have 2 opposite babies. Stella's 5 pounds and Gus is 110. So, but they get along well,
Yeah.
sort of.
No, it's fun to hang out between shoots and stuff. Just sit there and hang out with the dogs, and they're super friendly. So yeah, it was fun.
Right. You can only shoot a recipe video for so long before you got to take a minute, and I sound like I'm complaining like these are the worst first world problems to have right now. We're being
been a busy
too
2
food.
days.
The food is too good. It's like
We're too full. We ate too much. Torture us.
exactly, yeah. But I mean, the little breaks in between might have been one of my favorite parts too. I mean, jumping out on the razor for a little bit and just getting whipped around the backyard, lifting up and getting covered in mud.
That was your fault.
Because you're out there going, woo! Dukes of Hazzard style, like, it's okay, man.
You guys made me change out of my Daisy Dukes before
Yeah,
we went
I
on camera, so.
Phew.
Got lucky on that one.
Oh man.
But obviously, this was a fantastic opportunity to come down here and hang with you guys. Much like you guys, we're just trying to get hooked up with other people to network and grow each other's businesses. And for us, it's the grassroots. And we're always looking for not always the big superstars and not always the guys that are hungry and new. We're a family-owned business. You guys are a family, and we're just trying to grow businesses, and not because we want to get to Walmarts and stuff like that.
Right.
We just love that side of it, and we love the humbleness of what you guys. The first time I met you guys, and especially at Grilla Fest, and we knew there was some connection there. So the opportunity to finally come down here and hang with you guys was just makes it that much more special.
Yeah,
So.
we really enjoyed it.
We've been blessed.
We have, yeah.
It's looking back 4 years ago, I would have never thought, we'd be sitting here doing what we're doing now.
Yeah.
And still, I'm still blown away every day. I'm like, we're
get
trying to
do
make
that.
this stuff
Yeah,
work, and it's,
yeah.
we've been very blessed, and it's people like y'all, we couldn't do it, so.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of all the things we did, but every time I think of something, it's like, oh yeah, and we did 6 other things, and then we did 6 other things. It's
And we
just-
ate the whole time.
Yeah, exactly, and we ate 6 other things.
I'm pretty much positive you guys probably think, at least myself, and Dom's probably a little better than I am, but you kept bringing up all these spices, and then we're going to eat this, and I kept saying, what is this? What is that?
Yeah.
So I'm completely out of my element because I'm looking for a piece of steel that I can bend and weld together, but this is why we hook up with people like this to help let's learn how to cook. And after you see how easy these recipes were, I'm like, I can totally do this. And those are the people like me that we're trying to help achieve that kind of ability on a grill. And I think a lot of people are afraid, I don't know how to smoke food. It's not that hard, man.
And I think we're almost doing these videos that we're talking about a disservice because they're not really just recipe videos. There's so much education in there. I learned more than I ever thought I would this weekend. It was fantastic. I tried my first deviled egg. I tried my first lamb chop. I tried my first lamb loin chop. I mean, it's so many different firsts that I never would have had the chance to do without you guys having us down here, without you guys hosting us down here. And I just thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. So I know that it's going to come off a little bit inauthentic here because we're sitting here, you know, giving each other all this praise. But I genuinely believe that even if the business wasn't a part of it, even if I stopped working for Grilla tomorrow, I would hope that this would continue.
Oh, yeah.
Because you guys are just some of the best people I've met in a long time.
That's very sweet. Thank
Greatly
you.
appreciate
Yeah.
it. And I
We
told
do.
Emily, I said, if they're coming 10 hours, we're pretty much finna make them hurt and just feed them as much as we can.
Yeah, I had to nix my biscuit recipe for this morning because last night after supper it was like I can't eat anymore, and I told Mark, I was like, I better not cook biscuits for them because they may
They
just
can't
pop.
hang. They
They
can't
may
hang.
just pop. And I don't, you know, we got to make it through some more recipe videos and.
Yeah, we wrecked some stuff yesterday in this general vicinity.
I'm just going to roll.
I don't think we're eating anything on the way home tomorrow, right?
Yeah, no more
Nothing,
eating.
no more eating for the rest of us.
No more eating. So, guys, thank you so much for having us. Thank you, everyone out there, for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all these things. Our Facebook, our social media, you know, every single one of those, it really makes a difference. Every share makes a difference. It's one more chance to get somebody else involved in the lifestyle, involved in the group. So, just every time you guys do something like that, we really appreciate it. Not just Grilla, but Swine Life as well. And even if it's not something that you've seen from all of us here, just that barbecue world, supporting that is going to help everybody out.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Good deal. Well, we appreciate it. We
Yeah.
greatly appreciate y'all coming down. We had a blast. I couldn't
Oh,
ask
yeah.
it to go any better.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Well, hey, have a great night, everybody.